Hi guys, so here I am again at home in isolation. So I thought I should probably learn a new skill, and anybody who knows me well can tell you I'm not a very good chef or cook or baker. So I thought I should learn how to bake some things, cook some things. You all saw how well I cooked popcorn. Tune in if you haven't seen. So today I'm going to cook some banana bread, and thanks to my mum for sending me a simple recipe to do this tonight. Now, not only am I amazing at baking, but it's also really hard to get certain ingredients right now. So some of the ingredients I couldn't get. For example, I couldn't get self-raising flour. I couldn't get any flour. I have got plain flour, but I don't have baking powder to supplement the raising factor, because when you use plain flour you should really add baking powder because it's not self-raising. But alas, we shall proceed and see what happens with just plain flour in this instance. And here I have all the ingredients. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the bananas. If they're extra ripe and brown, that is a good thing for banana bread. I've got the plain flour. Alas, it is just plain flour. We're going to see how this turns out. Raw sugar, some margarine, some milk, and we do require an egg. So let's see what happens today. First things first, 2 tablespoons of margarine, butter, or olive oil. I'm going to use margarine, and I have got some measuring doobie whackers here. Okay, so, okay, so, okay, let's get a spoon. 2 tablespoons. Okay, so one of these, and then another one of these. You guys, I'm such an expert at this. I think I've done it once before, like ever. Like as in made banana bread. So, you know, I'm sure I can do this. I got this, you know, I got this. I urge you to try it at home. It's a lot of fun to try new things, especially when you have no one to talk to like me. Okay, so now we are going to try some sugar. Okay, sugar. We are going to put 1 cup of sugar. Okay. Yeah, that is plenty of sugar. We do not need more than that. I didn't fill it all the way. That's enough sugar. We all have enough sugar. Okay, we're gonna have 1 egg. 1 egg. All right, I have it on good authority. We should do this in a separate bowl so we don't get shells in. Just like that. All right, already we've got some shells in here. Let's get rid of them. We do not want that. Okay, pop that in. Okay. Now we need to put in some eggs and then some flour and a tablespoon of milk. Okay. Let's clear this up a little bit. Tablespoon ready. Okay. Milk.
milk. Let's do the flour. I'm going to smash the eggs up somewhere else first because they should be mashed. Okay, so 1.5 cups of flour. 1.5 cups. 1.5 cups. Got a bowl here. Now this is already sifted, triple sifted. Okay, this is important because we definitely should have sift, but I will use this just in case. Just in case. Let's do this. Okay, so we've got one. You want to sift this. I did that. Oh, okay. Made a bit of a mess. I was just going to say how I did bake cakes when I was younger. I certainly did. You know, usually in packet form. I will cook that in a few days as well. So that is normally how I do things. I don't normally do them straight from scratch. But we're all learning in quarantine. What are you guys learning? Write down in the comments. Tell me what you're learning at this time in your life where you've got some time. Are you learning another language? It's a really great time to learn an instrument, I'd say. Faux show. Okay, we're going to put that in there. Okay, and now we're going to mash up our bananas. Because I'm doing my shopping less frequently, it's hard to know how much to buy. So you buy a bunch of stuff and then it kind of doesn't necessarily last, and then you've got to use it up. So this is a great way to use up really ripe bananas. And we're going to get a fork and we're going to smush these bananas. That's what we're going to do. Alright. Okay. So just using a fork, you just smush them. Is that the right word? Smush. Smush the bananas. Hope you guys are staying safe, keeping entertained, having fun, baking, cooking. If you've got any recipe ideas for me to try, send them through to me. You can send them to my Instagram. I've got the link below for my Instagram, so just send me a DM. If you've got any ideas for videos, for baking, for cooking, or for anything else, you know how much I like to mix things up. Send them on through to me. I certainly have the time right now to spend with you all. Okay, how much does this need to be? Starting to look like baby food, so that's a good sign, I'd say. That's a good sign. You just need 2 to 3 bananas, so I have gone with 3. Get rid of that. I don't like the looks of that. Okay. Anything else nasty? Okay. Nice and sloppy. This looks good. All right, I'm going to put it in here and mix it all together. Oh, I used to love mixing when I was a kid and licking the spoon. That was the best part. So I'm just mixing this all together now, all the ingredients. again for everybody, 2 tablespoons of margarine, butter or olive oil, 1 cup of raw sugar or white sugar or whatever sugar you like, or you can do a little bit less than 1 cup, just, you know, because it's a lot of sugar. So I probably did about 3/4 of a cup. My mum told me she usually only does half a cup, so I know that it still turns out okay. 1 egg, 2 to 3 soft, very ripe bananas, 1.5 cups of self-raising flour or wholemeal self-raising flour, or in my case, plain flour. And the directions were, if you don't have self-raising flour, to add baking powder to the plain flour. But I couldn't get that in the shops because we're living in a time of unavailability. So here we are, and 1 tablespoon of milk. I will write the ingredients out in the description for you guys, so if you are following along, you can see exactly what I did. This is a good arm workout, by the way. Okay, we are going to cook it, bake it, I shall say bake. I need to learn the correct terminology. Okay, we mix together by hand and then put into a round or loaf tin for 45 minutes on 180 degrees, and that makes about 10 slices for a loaf tin. I also bought a lot of tins and baking and cooking supplies from the supermarket today, and this was literally the last cake tin they had in the whole of my local supermarket. There was no loaf tins. I also did get a muffin tin and another fry pan and some other bits and pieces because I am expanding my baking and cooking, as I've told you. So I needed a few new supplies. But yeah, I couldn't get, that was like, if I didn't get that cake tin then, I might have missed out completely and had to have baked this in a casserole dish because that was the only thing I had in my kitchen. As you can see, I bake so often. I have got quite a few things in the kitchen, but yes, I was definitely lacking in things. Okay. All right, do we think it's time? Looks pretty mixed. Looks pretty mixed. Should give the left arm a bit of a workout. And giving the right arm a workout. All right, I think we should put it in. Let's put it in. This bit's cool. So it might come out a little flat. That might be what happens because I don't have the self-raising flour or the baking powder to add. There was literally not 1 flour in my supermarket. I was lucky I had that plain flour in my cupboard. I only had it because I used it for a makeup job that I did recently. So I didn't even have it in there for cooking purposes, but I thought I'll keep this because it'll come in handy. Little did I know it would be the only flour I could get my hands on for, you know, world pandemic reasons. I certainly didn't know that would happen. I bought this thing today too. I thought, yeah, this is going to come in handy. Spatula? Yeah, spatula. I remember using that when I was a kid, and I thought, I'm going to need that. So this comes in handy. Oh, it's so satisfying as well. Okay. Hope this turns out, guys. Obviously, I'll show you how it turns out. I'm not going to leave the camera on for 45 minutes. You will get the benefit of seeing how it turns out quickly because I will do a jump cut. I will edit the video so you can see the result. And it's going to be like a banana cake because we couldn't get a loaf tin, but that's okay. See how it tastes. Banana-y. That it's starting to smell really good. This is about halfway through. Got about another 20 minutes to go. I'm just spinning it around. Ta-da! It looks pretty good. We shall let it cool down for a few minutes. Okay. Obviously, we knew it wasn't going to raise very much because of the flour that I had. So it's more like a cake. But I think that it turned out pretty well. And this non-stick cake pan is amazing. I did not even spray that. So, yeah. It's obviously like a little flat cake. But that's okay. I'm sure it still tastes amazing. I've let this cool for a few minutes. Still pretty hot. But I think it's going to be nice warm. So I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to cut it like a cake because it's kind of what it is at this point. And I am, yes. I'm going to add a little bit of margarine because I normally like to butter my banana bread, so we're just improvising, you guys. This is improvising at its finest. Got to work with what we've got. Okay, let's see how this tastes. It's weird because I'm eating it like a cake, but if I was eating it like regular banana bread, like I normally break that apart, so it's not bad. Not bad. I'll freeze some of this and eat it over the next week or two. It's good. I'm still eating it. Yeah.